In the Charlie Kirk assassination case, there are many questions that the FBI have not addressed, and they're really easy to, well, prove. But those are plot holes that are just eroding the public's trust even more because, well, I've made my own stance very clear about this investigation. I don't trust the FBI. I think that Kash Patel is one of the good guys, or at least I hope so, but we don't know how many bad actors are in the FBI right now. So it would be really helpful if they answer about this, these 7 questions that I'm going to pose here. The first one of which is that where's the footage of Robinson actually shooting? Because we know they have that footage. How do we know that? Because you remember that that video released by the FBI in which he was running over the rooftop and then dropping to the grass with something that looked like a rifle, we think, wrapped in a dark towel and then running away. Well, that 180 camera has enough wide angle to capture the area where Robinson must have taken the shot. So why can't we have access to that? It's just, we could see Robinson in a prone position and just running away. In fact, why didn't they release it from the beginning? It wouldn't have been gruesome in any way, just a figure in a prone position shooting at the time that we know that the shot took place and then running over the rooftop and then dropping. Why did they cut that part? That is that's one thing that I don't understand. Why has this been so murky in so many ways? But there's a second question regarding footage and has to do with Robinson as well. There was no release of a Robinson footage at all besides those photos, that they released to try in some way for anybody to identify him. And I'm going to talk about his father, or Robinson's father, allegedly identifying him thanks to these pictures. Now, my question is, these are not photos. These are screenshots of videos. Okay, I can understand that maybe for security reasons that was not released. What is the problem of releasing them right now? Releasing the videos of Robinson going around, and so, well, we can see his identity. Maybe we can confirm that he's the guy that they got. He is the actual suspect. Because, again, that I don't think that would be much difficult with all the cameras on campus to be able to track this person arriving at the campus, going through the stairs and getting to the rooftop and, well, finally running away. I think that there should be enough cameras that caught him from many angles, and so it's easier to reconstruct what happened. But it seems like they are hiding this for some reason. I don't know. Maybe it's part of the investigation. Maybe they don't want to taint the task of or the job of the prosecution. I don't know, but I find it curious, at least. Third one, there's no body cam footage finding the rifle. This is something that worries me a lot, because we just have this picture of the rifle ready for storage inside the cardboard box, which is custom in these processes. But again, to gain the trust of the public, it would be nice if, when you're about to recover some kind of evidence, you turn on your body cam. If you're a law enforcement officer, you turn on your body camera. Why? Because that way it's not like, that way you can prove that, okay, you went to the point where the rifle was dropped, or you thought that the rifle was dropped, but you found the rifle and you prove with the video that you found the rifle in certain circumstances or in a spot that makes sense or whatever. But it's not like you put a rifle in a cardboard box and that's it. Again, all this is to better gain trust in the process of what the FBI is doing. And I think that the FBI, Kash Patel wants that. Number 4 is the father and mobile pings. Oh my God, I think this is the most blatant one, in the sense that at first I really thought, I really swallowed this story that, oh yeah, we delayed that first press conference because we were expecting for somebody to ping the cell phone and such and such. I think that they released those pictures that we already saw because they have no idea. For some reason, they had no idea who this guy was, which I found baffling. I found baffling how they couldn't just track this guy down for reasons that I'm going to ask you in a minute. And they had to release the pictures and pray that a teacher or a roommate or a family member or a classmate recognized him. And there was the funny part that in the pictures, it was really hard to tell him by his face. His face was hidden in every picture. How do you expect people to recognize somebody if you don't, show their faces? You can't just say, we are looking for this. This is a person of interest, and that's it. No problem with that. I don't find any issues with that. Oh my God, I already talked about this in another video. Where are the timestamps of this text messages? They have released this sanitized version of the text messages, but we don't know at exactly which time these text messages were sent and received. The time between them. It would be helpful as well. I don't know what is the problem with releasing those timestamps. It's not like you're going to mess up with the investigation. Again, that would be even more transparency, which is what I think Kash Patel himself has said. Oh, we are striving to be the most transparent FBI ever. Well, let's say that you are doing a lousy job at that. That's the problem. And the seventh one, I think I skipped one. Is it skipped one? Oh yeah, I skipped one. The sixth one. I'm testing these titles, first time using them. How come TMZ had better tracking footage of this guy? What do I mean by tracking footage? It's like TMZ not only had the guy limping going to UVU, but also they had other video of the guy walking in the same direction at 8 a.m. that morning. We guess to scout where was the tent being set up and stuff. How do we have this through TMZ? And I'm not saying that the FBI is going to release all the footage from all the houses because, well, that is maybe it's private to each house. But this is proof that you have cameras everywhere and you could track Robinson not only inside EVU, the university, but also outside on the street. How did he just disappear? And you have to release those screenshots without his face to try for anybody to recognize him. That is that was odd. And now this 7-1, we got this new technology. Why is the boyfriend missing? And this thing is something. The one sheriff said, oh, the boyfriend has to lay low for a long time. Some people are saying that he was in custody, which has not been confirmed. Some say that he has not come back to their townhouse, which is basically $2,000 a month rent. What were these dudes' jobs that they could afford that? That is also another question that we have. But again, I remember mentioning that they said over and over again, oh, the boyfriend is cooperating. First was the roommate, then was the partner. And, oh, you shouldn't be saying that he's the boyfriend. Oh, he was the boyfriend. Give me a break. And he's cooperating. He has been very cooperative. And now he has vanished. Nobody knows who he is. He's laying low. It's that simple? That you disappear and you just like that? I don't know. It's funny how that this works. I call them plot holes because if the FBI answer these questions, it will be really good for the trust in the process, in what is going on. Again, we have I think that I have made, I don't know, tens of dozens of videos of the shooting itself. I'm not gonna make more videos about the shooting, but I still have these questions. And I don't think that answering these questions will get in the way of, finding out of who were in those Discord chats and finding out who could have helped Robinson at the moment of the shooting. Because, at the same time, I don't think that he was acting alone that day. That would be like, I don't know, IQ over 300 if he was just alone, all by himself, and no friend and no acquaintance and nobody that knew what he was going to do, because, well, at this point, we also know that so many people knew what he was going to do, wouldn't be there. And I'm pretty sure that there are many other questions out there. If you have more questions, please post them in the comments. I want to remind you that I have a dedicated YouTube channel for American politics, The Power Pundit. I'm going to leave you with a link in the description, so you go there and subscribe and watch me there. I will be very thankful for that. Let me know what you think about this in the comments. My name is Jesus Enrique Rosas. I'm the Battle Language Guy. Much love and bliss.